We will continue now with proposal N. This is a proposal on quota retirement. So when we did the phase 1 meetings, we were told that a group of producers that is particularly vulnerable to sudden immediate termination are those that are close to retirement, because they were saving for the last maybe 2-3 decades for retirement by buying quota. And now their retirement fund, their quota pounds, or their retirement fund is down 50% over the last year and a half. And their hope for a peaceful and dignified golden age of their life may be at jeopardy. So the question posed to us was, what can we do to turn it around? And some ideas were offered that we combine into this quota retirement plan. So in this proposal, out of the total pile of money collected every month, which is just over $12 million, money in QIP assessments, we would carve out a slice. So out of 12.2 million, 2.5 million would be set aside. Now the rest would go to the current quota holders, just like today. And they would receive about $1.10, $1.11 per pound of quota. So very similar to equalized RQA plus tying to class 1 sales. What do we do with the rest? What do we do with the $2.5 million? Well, CDFA would offer to buy quota from those dairies that are retiring. So they could say something like, Dairymen of California, if you're retiring in the next 90 days, if you have quota that you wish to sell, we will also be willing to be your market. So if you prefer to sell it to CDFA rather than to a private buyer, you can do that. The question is, why would you go to CDFA and not through a broker to another dairyman? Well, of course, you would only do that if the state offers you more money. And what would be a vehicle for the state to offer you more money? Well, if they have that $2.5 million that they are going to use only for buying quota, then they could say, we will be willing to buy quota at the lowest offer. So if there are multiple producers that wish to retire and apply for the program, whoever offers the lowest price would be the one winning in the auction until the money is exhausted. But the state could say, we would be willing to pay up to 500 pounds up to $500 per pound. So if there is only a few applicants in a particular month to the state asking for their quota to be retired, then even those that have maybe an asking price of 400 or 450, there will be enough money even for their request. In that way, if there is a steady but moderate trickle of retiring dairies every month, you could actually, if you retired at 300, so just a small surcharge over the current market price. I've heard that current market price right now is $250, so that's $50 over the market. If you retired at 300, you could retire 100,000 pounds of quota every year, which means that over 5 years, you can retire just under a quarter of all quota pounds, which is not all of quota, but perhaps it could be enough to offer a better retirement deals for those that are very close to retirement right now. So you could retire anywhere between 800 and 1,400 cows worth of milk every month with this program. So again, this is not a solution that will work for buying out all of quota holders and the entire 2.2 million pounds of quota in less than 20 years. But this is a way for the dairy community to help support the dairymen that are retiring. If the dairy community, of course, decides that that's the way to proceed. We're just here offering you options, not advocating for any one particular of the options. Do we have? Yes, so a little bit more numbers here. The quota pay prices, so that's the monthly differential, would decrease from an average of $1.54 down to $1.10, $1.11. As the quota is being retired every month and every year, the assessments would also decline anywhere between 2.6 and 4.6% per year, ends up being 1 to 3 cents per hundredweight per year. At the maximum price that is here contemplated at 500, you could retire 800 cows every month. If we go down to 285 per pound, you could retire 1,400 cows per month. Yes, that is all that we have on that proposal. I will open the discussion at the same time as asking you to complete the survey on the third of the 3 ideas in this block. So on the survey, if you please click next, and you will see document N, Quota Retirement Program, and you can read the summary here, and then the same questions as always. Is it fair? Easy to understand? Would you vote to support it? And if you have any comments that you would like to share with us. Some of you may take time to complete the surveys. Others may start typing the questions. If you wish to ask us a question, please type the question and we would be most delighted to answer. Any question is okay as long as it's on these 3 proposals.